Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do an in-depth review of Lollipop, and towards the end of it I'm going to give my price prediction, and I'm also going to talk about a super early project that I think you should try to get whitelisted for, because I think it has much potential even during this current bear market. Now, there are two main reasons people were super excited for Lollipop. Firstly, their art, and secondly, their long-term partnership with OX Studio. Now, in terms of their art, I think they've completely lived up to expectations. It's really good. It's this kind of cool, colorful, unique art, which it often does very well within the NFT space. However, I think their partnership with OX Studio has slightly fizzled out. And this is because one of OX Studio's biggest projects, and basically their main poster child, is going to be Freelanders NFT. And at the time of this partnership announcement, Freelanders is currently sitting at like a high 1 point or even a 2 Ethereum floor. So people are really excited, thinking that Lollipop may be the new Freelanders. But since then, we've seen Freelanders completely crash in terms of floor price. Now, you may see this as just because of the bear market, but it's crashed substantially more than other projects. And in my opinion, this is because of a lack of utility behind the project. Now, although this isn't completely OX Studio's fault, they are a long-term advisor on this project, and they do kind of, and Freelanders also seems to kind of be their poster child behind OX Studio and its success. So if this project does badly, it reflects very negatively on OX Studio, and I think this will then negatively affect the floor price of Lollipop. Let's say, for example, Freelanders had done very well, and instead of going down, it reached a floor of 3 Ethereum. People would really want to be part of this OX Studio ecosystem, so it would pay a much higher price for Lollipop, but unfortunately the complete opposite has happened, hence why I think it will negatively affect the price. Although we aren't in a big utility meta, having this long-term vision is paramount for a project's success. So a simple example of this, if you look at Freelanders' floor price, is completely plummeted over this current bear market. But if you look at a different project such as Dark Echelon, the floor price has remained very steady because of the fact that it's constantly supplying utility to its holders. So taking a look at Lollipop's roadmap here, I'm not very impressed at all. What they're planning to do is basically build a community, then they want to build a brand with kind of like fashion being an important element of this, and then finally the one bit that I do like is the fact they're trying to make a difference and they're really trying to look after people's mental health in the space. But overall, it is really not providing long-term utility to its holders, and I think this will negatively affect its floor price. Now, in terms of the mint details for this project, it's going to be a 10k collection, which is going to be quite large, and they're going to be using a fair Dutch auction. Now, what Dutch auction is, for people who don't know, is basically the price is going to decrease over time. So it's going to start at 1.5 Ethereum, then every 20 minutes is going to decrease by 0.25 Ethereum, all the way down to the bottom of 0.25 Ethereum. So the minimum you're going to have to pay for this NFT is going to be 0.25 Ethereum on the public sale. Now, what it means by a fair Dutch auction is the fact that if you manage to buy in at 1 Ethereum with the Dutch auction, it decreases all the way down to 0.25 Ethereum, then you're going to be reimbursed 0.75 Ethereum. So it basically makes it fairer for people who buy in early so they don't end up overpaying. Then they're going to have a whitelist sale, which is going to be 50% of the final price of the Dutch auction. So if it ends at 0.5 Ethereum, you're going to be paying 0.25 Ethereum for every single NFT. Now, in my opinion, this collection size and also these mint prices are going to be slightly high for this current bear market, and I think this will also again negatively affect this project. Now, in terms of my price prediction, firstly, I want to note that I think the price is going to vary over the first couple of days due to the different sales they're going to hold for this NFT. But getting onto the Dutch auction, the lowest price you're going to be able to buy at is going to be 0.25 Ethereum, which I think is a little bit too high for this kind of current bear market conditions. So I think they could potentially have some problems selling out their project. But assuming they manage to sell out their project successfully, I think what we could see is their floor price sitting around about 0.3 to 0.4 Ethereum. But I do think it's also important to note that due to them not really offering strong long-term utility, then we could see their floor price decrease. And we can see this also kind of foreshadowed in the Freelanders floor price decreasing very much over the past couple of months. Now, in terms of the project which I'm super excited for about the future, and if it's going to perform very well, or at least its potential to, is going to be Operation Sin. And one of the main reasons for this is because one of its founders is going to be NFT Llama, who has his own very successful NFT project currently sitting at 3.3 Ethereum floor price, and it managed to go all the way up to 7 Ethereum. So this is what I'm keeping my eye on. I'm going to leave the description in below, but I would really try and get on this whitelist because I think it's really important to bet on founders behind the project to deliver successful NFT projects.